My name is Kristine, and I grew up in a Christian home. My parents took us to church every Sunday. I had some problems with the rules. When I started deciding and making those decisions as an adult to not follow those rules anymore, it's just this automatic feeling of growing apart from God. You know, where you're offered situations of drugs or drinking or, you know, and those temptations that if they were doing it, I was doing it because I wanted to do what they were doing. Right? That definitely just leads down paths of dangerous situations. And so I trusted a couple of guys that I had met, you know, at one of the places that night, and it just got really ugly. And I went from feeling safe and secure to all of a sudden realizing that I was in really big danger, and both of those guys sexually assaulted me. And when they were done, I got dressed, took their keys and took their car and drove myself to a friend's house. Someone asked me just on a piece of paper to, you know, draw a circle. So by the size of the circle on the paper, what would be my worth? So the paper's on my lap and I have a pen in my hand and she's like, draw the circle. And I, you know, looked up at her and I was like, I wouldn't even touch it, right? I would crumple it up and I would throw it in that garbage can. And she said, okay, do it. And she actually made me go through the action of crumpling up that piece of paper that represented my life and throw it in the garbage. And that just broke me. She talked to me again about God's love, His unconditional love and His grace, and that He created me, and He created me perfectly. She made me pick up that piece of paper out of the garbage. That was my life. A little bit broken, a little bit torn, a little bit wrinkled. He changed my life in that moment. That's a love and that's a feeling that I had never experienced before. The next Sunday, I asked Julia if I could come to church with her, and she did a little, what? I mean, yes, of course you can. So here I'm coming to this Calgary Life Church, and in that service, Pastor Anthony spoke directly to me and to my heart that it wasn't about a list of what you have to accomplish or that you need to do these 10 steps so that you could get into heaven. It was a personal relationship with God. I know that there's nothing that I can do to earn His love. Jesus is the change that people see in me, in my life.